Hey, it's Kisha with Keep It Plain Travel, and these are my 2025 travel essentials. So, here are a few things I bring with me when I travel near or far. If you want to see some other things that I bring, check out my 15 travel essentials on the channel. Before we start, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I can continue to give you these tips and travel hacks to help you do travel plain and simple. So let's get into it. These are in no particular order. There are a lot that I shared in my 15 travel essentials. Again, you can watch that video, but these are some of the things that I'm currently bringing with me. So one of the things that I always bring with me when I travel state to state or out of the country is a mini travel umbrella. Mini, so not just a regular size that closes all the way, but a mini. This comes in handy so much if I'm traveling from an airport and it starts to rain, if I'm out of the country and for some reason the resort or hotel does not have a umbrella in the room. Maybe they have them in the common areas or the lobby, but they don't have them in the room. I always have my mini one. Something to note though is depending on where you travel, sometimes an umbrella is considered a weapon. Yes, even a small one like this without a pointed tip. I've been traveling, coming back from out of the country before and had to throw my mini umbrella in the trash because they would not let me through with an insecurity. That only happened one time. To make sure that doesn't happen again, I usually keep this in my carry-on and I put it under something. So I put it under or in between something. If I have a pouch, I usually bring a zippered bag in my carry-on. I'll put this in the bottom of the zippered bag that is inside my carry-on. So a mini umbrella, travel essential. Next, simple, but you'll be surprised. A face towel. I bring a face towel because I can't tell you how many times I've been to a hotel resort and for whatever reason I needed an extra towel and couldn't get one from the hotel. Maybe they took too long with housekeeping or the front desk to bring me one, or in situations like when I travel to Paris and they do not provide face towels in majority, if not all, of the hotels in Paris. They don't provide face towels. I stayed at 2 hotels in Paris and no face towels were in those hotels. But because I traveled with a face towel, I had 2 with me that I could use. So face towel from home, I usually bring a white one so I can bleach it or trash it if need be, but bleach it when I come back. But I always keep a face towel with me, and I keep it in my carry-on, maybe one in my check luggage. And I spoke about this in my 15 travel essentials, stomach meds. These are salicylate. That's what we're going to call it. So these are chewable stomach meds. Whatever works for you. It's Pepto-Bismol, if it's Tums. But these are, I think, a little stronger than those. I bring these as well as my ginger drops so that if I'm traveling and I'm not feeling good, I can take one of these. You also got to prepare, of course, depending on where you travel to, that is known for foods that can give you like body, belly, and things of that sort. You want to prepare. So bring some kind of stomach meds to help any stomach issues you might have. Next, and this is one of my new favorites, is a cute pill box. So this is a larger pill box. Depending on how you travel, when you travel, I have a couple different pill boxes. I have a couple different pill boxes. Some are smaller, square in size. But the reason why I like this one is, one, it's bigger. So if I'm bringing pills, vitamins, apple cider vinegar, vitamin C tablets, or whatever, capsules, they fit. So if I want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they all fit in here. But the cutest thing about this is it comes in this case, right? And this is by Vaydeer. And I'll try to link some of these items at the bottom. Some of these are older, so I may not be able to find them. But I'll try to link some in the description. But it comes in this case. It just flips open. And then you put it in the case. And it's pretty concealed. And then also, it comes in this pouch, okay? Nice and simple, kind of not distinctive. I know some people, I know they say sometimes when you travel, you should keep your pills in the original container. But if I bring 3 different pills, I'm not bringing all of my pills with me. And I'm not taking out all of the pills and just keeping the ones that I need in there with me with my identification on it. I'm not doing that. I've always traveled with a pill box. Haven't had any trouble. Again, I keep this in my carry-on, and I put this in the bottom of my zippered bag that's in my carry-on, or in a zipped pocket in the carry-on duffel bag that I bring. So this is my pill case. Next, simple, but you would be surprised. And some of this is just my preference. I don't know about you, but no matter where I go, I love when it smells good. So this is a Febreze pop-up. I bring it with me. I bring a new one with me almost everywhere I travel. Hotel, even if I'm going to the next state for overnight or for a weekend, I bring it with me. And when I'm done, I leave it here for the most part. Or leave it where I'm at, rather. And this is watermelon one. It smells good. I don't have a particular fragrance, or maybe the Gain Fresh Linen. But I always bring one of these because I like for my room to smell good. There have been a couple instances where I checked into a resort and maybe it was the smell in the air conditioning unit, or the vents, but it had that mildew smell in the room. And a couple of other people that I travel with, they had said their room smelled the same way. But I had this. So I have this so it can sit on top of a table or whatever, and the room can continuously smell good. So not just spraying Febreze in the air. So this is my Febreze pop-up. So you can use a Febreze Glade, whatever. I don't bring a plug-in because that tilts over and that can spill. Sometimes, depending on how the outlets are, the plug-in might have to be upside down. I've experienced that before. I don't bring candles because some places you can't light candles. So I just bring this. Nice and easy. Doesn't take up a lot of room. Next is this travel straw. So this is a straw. I purchased this from Amazon. And this is by Kanoop. I'll try to link it. This comes in a set of, I want to say 5 or 6. 4 to 6, between 4 and 6. And you get different colors. They have different color packages that you can get. So I got like the tropical package. And it has a hook, so you can hang this on your beach bag, on your insulated tumbler bag, if that's what you bring. And what happens is you unscrew it. And the straw is actually colorful. I have like silver, I have a pink, an orange. And then you can pull it out. This stays out. This goes in. And it actually has a brush. And the brush is in here somewhere. This is the brush. So the brush is on the top, but there's a brush to clean it. You're drinking stuff through the straw. Sometimes stuff gets stuck in there. So this cleans it. You can wash it and clean it, push stuff through with this. Make sure you take this out before you use it, of course, and put it back into your trusty thing here while you're using your straw. And then when you're done with it, you just put it back in here. You can go back to your hotel room, rinse it off. Depending on where you go, Some places don't have straws. Some places don't have straws. Some places have paper straws because of sustainability, but sometimes those paper straws get soggy fast. This, it's not plastic, it's yours. And if you buy a box, I think it's maybe between $10 and $15, you get a few. So I love this. My essential. So next, a luggage belt. A distinctive, colorful luggage belt. If you're like me, I have a lot of luggage. Some of my luggage is all black. Although I have very distinctive luggage tags, depending on how they put the luggage on the conveyor belt to come around, maybe where you're standing, you won't see the tags right away. With this belt around it, you can't miss it, okay? You can't miss it. For the most part, this belt stays on. It hasn't came off in transit, which is good. So that means that the snap is pretty sturdy. I will say I did have an incident recently where this very distinctive and colorful luggage belt was on my luggage. I saw the luggage come onto the conveyor belt. I waited for it to come around and it never came around. So I walked over to where I thought it probably would have stopped or, and someone had pulled my luggage off. It was an older man. And he said, I came up to him and I said, sir, that's my luggage. He looked at it. I turned the luggage tags over in the airline luggage tags that were still on there to show him my name. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. We have a luggage tag exactly like that, sir. This pink luggage tag. And you're about 70 years old. I do not believe that. And then I said, but there's pink and turquoise luggage tags. Just a luggage belt. There's pink and turquoise luggage tags on it as well. He said, oh, we have those same ones too. No, you don't. You do not. So be mindful. Unfortunately, I'm glad I was able to get my luggage before because he really had my luggage with his bag on top of it. He was waiting for more luggage. Yeah. So a luggage belt. Okay, also water shoes. Water shoes for pools. Water shoes for walking into the ocean. These are from Amazon. Make sure your size fits. Sometimes you may need to get it a little bigger because they're tight. So just want to make sure you get the right size. I have all black. I have some with a colorful strap. I'll link those. But water shoes are essential for me. Another essential, a power bank. Now this isn't like an anchor or anything like that. I can't remember how I found this one. But when I tell you this happens to be one of the best ones I have, this takes a long time to charge out. So it has different things you can connect, a USB, you can do a C, but it takes a very long time to charge out. And then it'll charge back up once you plug it in to an outlet. It'll charge back up, not super fast, but in a decent time. But it takes a long time to charge back out. And you want to make sure if you're using it, every now and then you let it go all the way down to 0 and charge it back up. But this power bank, I'll try to find this one and link this one. Simple. It's not an anchor, none of the very popular ones, but it works very well. Nice and simple. Compression socks. These are cute ones. Gray with polka dots. I have colorful ones. I have all black. I have all white. These are nice and simple. And even if you don't think you need them, unfortunately, blood clots and people that never had issues or never would have expected happens all the time. So it is good when you can, especially for long flights, long overhaul flights, things of that sort, to put on some compression socks. You can get some that match your, that are simple and not too identifying or too noticeable. But just get some compression socks. Sometimes I wear them. A lot of times I wear them. But all the time I keep these in my carry-on. So if my feet swell, especially coming from hot places, these will help. So compression socks are my essential. Okay, we're almost to the end. Charging blocks. I bring extra of these. I bring extra charging blocks. I bring one to C. I bring USB. Usually what happens, depending on where I go, now you can get a larger electrical outlet that plugs in, and you can plug multiple things to that. But depending on where I go and who I go with, sometimes other people need a charging block, or I need to charge something by me and use it and something across the room. So I always bring extra charging blocks. So another thing that I bring is this security stick. And shout out to my family member who suggested this. I never thought about this, but I bring this whether I'm traveling with people or not now. I bring it because sometimes, and it had happened recently, people will try to enter your room on accident. Maybe they had too much fun that night and they're trying to go back to their hotel room and use the key. Sometimes when people check in, they're giving the wrong key card. Sometimes you have a do not disturb sign on and housekeeping will still come in. So in the shower, on the balcony, playing loud music and can't hear, we use this. This part goes under the handle and you can adjust this. And this is the shoe. It goes in here and it helps. Security stick. So 2 more things. My travel essential. Yes, this is an iPod Classic. The old iPod. I always bring it. I still have it. It hasn't had any new music on it in years, but all the music on it are my favorites. And recently, a flight attendant saw it and she was just so ecstatic because she said, I still use my iPod too. So we had a whole conversation about iPods. I still bring my iPod Classic, auxiliary headphones. So if the Wi-Fi isn't working, I can't connect, I haven't downloaded anything on my phone, I use my iPod Classic. So you may not still have yours, but maybe you have something similar you can use. And lastly, this little thing here. The Keep It Plain Travel Fan. I bring this as well as my electric hand fan. So just in case I can't charge my electric hand fan or it breaks, that has happened at times while I was traveling out the country. I have this and I keep a couple of them with me, and all my clients get one when they book with me. So I bring this. Sometimes you don't want the sound because, you know, electric fans have that sound. And then when I'm done, I just fold it up and we're done. These are my travel essentials for 2025. Again, check out the 15 travel essentials on the channel as well to see all of the things that I suggest you keep in mind to bring with you when you're traveling near or far. Make sure you like, subscribe, and give me a comment below to tell me if you bring some of the things already or maybe some other things that you think are good ideas to bring with you. Plain and simple.